The 21st century, it keeps getting bigger and it keeps getting better, Wayne Mardle.
It does indeed, because of people and players like Michael van Gerwen and Peter Wright. First and second in the league. Unbeaten, Peter Wright. Will we be able to say that? Well, he's changed his darts again. Incredible. These are the darts that he played in the World Final with. That's by the looks of them. They might be slightly tinkered with, slightly altered. And in that World Final, this man got the better of him. He's changed his darts now in this Premier League, Peter Wright, 5 times. His reason? Because it switches him on, keeps him concentrated. Wow. Change equipment that often, you have to be strong-minded.
Well, there are those, Wayne, who say that he'll get found out eventually. But he isn't getting found out just yet, is he? Because he's gone through the Premier League season and played the best players in the world 7 consecutive weeks, and none of them have lowered his colours. And what colours? What vivid colours?
Indeed, he seems to have four-leaf clovers all over his hair and his trousers. As you can see, that they are bright. As bright as his darts. Look at that. What an arena.
Who would not want to be among that lot, Wayne?
Let me tell you, this is loud. 57 for tops, for first blood. No dramas. Just a little 14-dart leg. Boom! A familiar sight of Michael van Gerwen winning an important leg.
Normally bellowed at deafening decibels, but it would not be audible to anybody in the arena. Not with the loudness going on, the noise that's going on out there tonight. Look at this. Fabulous.
Michael van Gerwen has beaten Peter Wright 5 times on the big stage. 3 times in the World Championships, the Masters and the match play. But the win back in 2012 over this man got the response from Peter Wright. He's not good enough. He was kind of saying that Michael wouldn't make it. Yeah, he might have been a bit wrong there, mate.
The World Final started off like it wasn't going to be a darts match, but a sporting execution. And Gerwen led 4-0 in the end. He was hanging on a bit to win 7-4. He's not hanging on here. He's not hanging about here.
Already a massive visit for Peter Wright. 54. A single 18 or a treble. Bullseye. Takes his time. That was unlucky. As you can see, he was amazed, Rod. Amazed he missed the bullseye.
I would not be amazed if this goes in double 16 or double 8. But he has missed twice. Well, it would have been for an 11 or a 12-dart leg. As it is, Wright has his chance.
Being let off. Will he take his chance? Yes, he will. And gives it some. He's trying to out Van Gerwen. Van Gerwen! Oh!
We saw that happen in the World Championship. Kevin McDine goaded him.
Mocking him.
He mocked him. And then was spanked and sent to bed with no supper for his troubles.
97.
Peter Wright is playing the audience like a banjo. Getting them on his side, wants the noise.
Premier League, made for Wrighty. Made for Wrighty.
To do that takes confidence. It really does. The old golf saying, all the gear, no idea. He's got it. He knows exactly what he's doing up there.
130.
He's got the gear and he's got the idea. The idea here to lead 84 or 124. 164 now is the best he can hope for.
43.
That was a slight deflection off of the dart below the 60, but no pressure now. 54. Double 8. Simple. Doesn't look overly concerned, does he, Peter Wright? It's only 2-1 down. Michael van Gerwen, yeah, he's playing okay. 117.39 average.
I think Wright had resigned himself to losing that leg anyway. Started that one well. Wright and van Gerwen both have 11 points at the top of the table. They both have 10+ averages tonight.
140.
Both players seem in a good rhythm. This man really has got a style all of his own. It's hard to be that accurate when you've got that throw, because each dart is thrown as a single. There's not much rhythm to it, but it works for Peter Wright, that is for sure.
57.
Whereas Michael is pure rhythm.
Michael van Gerwen already holds the highest average in this year's Premier League, 109.59. That was in week 1 in that extraordinary demolition of Phil Taylor, that 7-0 rout. Threatening to set a new benchmark tonight before the power struck his stop against Raymond van Barneveld.
That's the next and last game on this evening. The crowd now singing Peter Wright's name. Good last dart. Again, orchestrating them.
58. Peter require 104.
Well, choice of double now. Double 16, his pick.
72.
Well, won't expect to be back, will hope to be back.
Will get 3 darts at 32.
60. Peter required 32.
Normally deadly on double 16. His favourite double. It is, honestly. There you go. 2 apiece.
Peter Wright has already beaten Phil Taylor and Adrian Lewis and drawn with Ray van Barneveld in this year's comp. It's the quality of his play since reaching the world final. There's no fluke about this. You can't produce freak results 7 weeks running, can you? That doesn't happen. 1 or 2 perhaps you could argue.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's just, this is the way he plays now. He's got that belief. I've mentioned a couple of times already tonight, his mindset is... He's got the mind of someone that knows they can win. He knows that he's got the goods. What on earth is he doing? What on earth? Did I just see that? My eyes are telling my brain lies.
It's like something out of a Wayne Mardle exhibition. Next to be kneeling down. Well, they'll be blowing them in next, Wayne.
I understand he wanted to have a kind of understacker, but losing 7 inches off your high, I don't get it. I don't get it.
It turned into some sort of darting Toulouse-Lautrec. Extraordinary scenes, amazing scenes at the O2.
How must Michael van Gerwen have felt when he saw that happen? What was going through his mind? He took this out last week for a draw against Barney. Oh, he couldn't. Oh, he couldn't. Well, this is turning into some kind of exhibition match. This, I've never seen the like. I have never seen the like, and I've seen some things.
The ball to bring the house down.
136.
Well, he's the world champ. going to show him who's boss on this stage. I'm the daddy! And Peter Wright can only laugh at Van Gerwen there. Gave him a little bit of a finger wag and a talking to. You don't mess with me, son, I'm the world champion.
Yeah, Michael kind of put his foot down there, didn't he? You don't do that. Well, Peter Wright can do what he likes, as long as he's not interfering with his opponent, the other player. But what Peter Wright was doing in that leg, obviously trying to win over the crowd, but they weren't exactly against him. But I've never seen the like of trying to be 4'7" when you're actually 5'11".
Well, this is what makes this sport the soap opera it is. Just don't know what's coming next. Fantastic entertainment, it's 5-star. A veritable circus on stage tonight. Van Gerwen aims to be the ringmaster at close of play. He's still the boss, he still leads 3-2 in this game.
36.
Peter Wright averaging 102, Van Gerwen 108. This is a game of the highest order. But that 84 from Van Gerwen, that told us a lot, I think. The concentration is there. The ability to do it when it matters most is there. He is world champion, and he just showed why.
Couldn't find a way through, so MVG has the chance to go 4-2 up with a break. Can't go out now.
Will not be pleased at those three. Well, he missed the 161 on the bullseye. Treble 19 now. Made a real mess of that as well. Michael Van Gerwen return for 68 for a break and a 4-2 lead. Important visit.
Double 4. Well, he just wiped that away as if it was the simplest thing in the world. And Michael Van Gerwen, is he seething up there, the world champion?
It could be hard for Peter Wright to get back to a level of concentration that he had before, or the showmanship, whatever you want to call it. It was certainly fun to watch.
Well, since the circus on the 161, he lost that leg and the one after that. We mentioned the game against McDine, where the World Championship, when McDine had the audacity to mock Van Gerwen, he then found himself having the floor wiped with himself. He just was just blown away. Van Gerwen just took him to the cleaners. He's not a man to trifle with, the World Champion.
No, he controls his aggression very, very well. And starting with 45, as Peter Wright did, is not conducive to winning legs against any player in the Premier League, let alone this man. Let alone this man. Second 180 to match his 7 tons and 7 140s.
Well, it is the old adage, you wouldn't like him when he's angry. The Green Machine, looking at 128.
56.
Adrian Lewis was saying after his match that he'd become involved with the crowd, with their kind of festivities and how loud they were. I just think that Peter Wright may have got embroiled in that as well. Just got carried away with the whole circus of it all. Because since then, he hasn't been the player he was in the first couple of legs. But he's got away with it, dodged a bullet.
Requires 76.
A chance to close to within a leg of the world champ. And snake bite back. Double 8.
Double 4. Can he?
72.
No. Just coming up short.
Slider. 5-2 Van Gerwen. Well, is he being taught a little bit of a lesson, Peter Wright? The thing is, as a member of the crowd, you want to see the showman. You don't want Peter Wright going into his shell. We want to see more of that. That's what entertains the crowd and brings 10,000 to the arena.
As a human being in the commentary box, I want to see it. It's fantastic. We watch our TVs to be entertained. He's entertaining. But he has got off the boil. Started the last leg with 45. That was his undoing. Okay, he missed 2 darts at a double. But this leg starting with 60. And now only 85.
Well, I was going to say there's a conversation, but you can't have a conversation if one of them's not talking. One was talking, the other wasn't listening.
It doesn't appear that whatever happened has upset Michael van Gerwen. Oh, Peter Wright! First one.
Well, as Phil Taylor once famously said, you don't throw darts with your mouth. You throw them with your right hand, and Van Gerwen has thrown all 3 in the treble 20 for the 3rd time tonight.
Is it 30 now? Michael van Gerwen, 24 years of age, 19 years younger. And Peter Wright. 6-2. There's a point. Peter Wright has to reel off the next 4 legs to avoid his first defeat of this Premier League.
50.
Well, since the throw, when he crouched right down to about 4 foot, and then the circus with the crowd of the 161, Van Gerwen has won every single leg in this darts match.
85.
Peter Wright's form has dipped since then, there is no doubt about it, but this man's form hasn't.
140.
They've both hit 9 140s. But the doubling from that man has been far superior to Peter Wright.
Well, it will be Peter Wright's first defeat in the Premier League unless he can win the next 4 legs. It will be Michael van Gerwen's 3rd straight win, and it will put the Dutchman 2 points clear at the summit after 8 weeks of action.
Michael van Gerwen knows what it takes to win the league phase. He'd done it last year. That was the first time that Phil Taylor hadn't. So, will he be at the top again at the end of the league? Then go on to win it again. Be a brave man to bet against him.
Well, he was even money favourite to win the whole shebang at the start of play tonight. He'll still be a firm favourite at close of business.
Do you think this is, if it goes 7-2, I'm only jumping ahead of myself here, this could be a bit of a bitter result. Could be a bitter result for Peter Wright. Not been at the races
58.
since all the goings on. To save the match.
So Michael van Gerwen to make it 5 legs on
90.
the trot.
How come you require 92?
Wants 92.
Went the 60 route. The only way to go, in my opinion. Any professional dart player, if they go for bullseye, it means that they don't fancy an A treble in 2 darts. That was for the match. I think he got a bit carried away there.
52.
To save the game, double 16. Peter Wright can't get it wrong here, otherwise it's surely good night.
36. Michael, you require 10.
Double 5. Still.
No score.
Even it's a 60 throw like that.
16.
Now, for a leg, for his 3rd leg. Every dart is so important. He hasn't given up. Now he's got the throw. Michael van Gerwen has let Peter Wright off the hook.
Well, he has effectively missed 4 darts for the match there, Van Gerwen. One at double 10, and then he had 3 in his hand and couldn't get the job done on double 5. So, where there's life, there's hope for Peter Wright.
Peter Wright in the last 4 legs has started with terrible scores. 60 in one, 41 in another, 55 in another. It's not going to wash.
81.
Look, apart from a performance against Dave Chisnall, Peter Wright has been brilliant in this Premier League. It was the only really kind of substandard performance he's put in, but this is not what he'd have been hoping for. Gone really off the boil.
Indeed he has, but he's still in with a squeak here.
97.
Looked to have absolutely zero chance when Van Gerwen was lining up double 5 with 3 in his hand. At 6-2 up, remember.
Well, he somehow managed to get a draw last week, did Peter Wright, out of RVB. Is he going to do it against MVG?
94.
Now Michael's gone off the boil.
20.
The likelihood is that you'll have 6 darts, but you cannot guarantee that MVG will not hit. Well, he can't stay at tops in that line.
80.
He had to move, had to.
Well, he's had a 130 to finish it off with some real fireworks. Wanting another treble for double 15, but he has left a single darter.
For a holder throw. And to keep Michael Van Gerwen at bay for a little bit longer.
Well, he has asked the question. He has asked the question of the world champion. Can you hold your throw, Michael, to wrap it up here, or are we going all the way to the final leg on my darts?
Serving for the match. Starts with a brilliant 140. The pressure now huge on this man. Not enough.
92.
Well, even if he gets beat 7-4, those couple of legs that he nicked at the back end of this match could be crucial when we come down to deciding who's in the back 4 at the end. Those leg difference might be crucial. Just don't know, do you? Which leg that you win or lose could make the difference at sealing the deal.
Indeed, every leg massively important. But he really has got a determination. Peter Wright will not give up, and one thing's for sure, he will not bottle it. Things could be on the change here. A 140 or 180. Not hit a 180 yet. Brilliant. Brilliant.
37.
I tell you what, Peter Wright is in with a real shout now.
32.
Looking for the break and then to hold his own darts to pinch the most unlikely of draws. Treble 19 leaves Bull. Straight for it this time, no shenanigans.
107.
This has got to go, Michael. 60. Another. That was unlucky. Peter Wright will breathe a sigh of relief. He refuses to be beaten, this man. This is to move within one leg and somehow throw for a draw. Got to go in. And does! Michael, even though he's smiling, it was more of a smirk of disgust, will not be pleased.
This is incredible. Hands up, who thought Peter Wright could draw from 6-2 down? No hands showing, I bet. He was battered and beaten. This game was all but over, but he has got loose from the darting noose.
But again, starts off poorly. Brilliant. I've said it before. before, I shall say it again. It's all about timing. And that is perfection. He's taken the darts already, Michael van Gerwen.
He knew what we were thinking. He was thinking it as well. There won't be a 9-dart to finish.
But in the end, it was only a ton. That's what I mean, it was only a ton. Peter Wright deserves some credit here, really does.
Well, it's that old 161 again. The one that we had the theatrics with, the one that earned him a draw against RBB.
He won't do it this time. I don't mean he won't get it, I mean he won't stall on it.
Well, he won't get it either. I'll tell you what, 81 left, so he can leave himself a one-darter here.
99.
Well, it's still a reasonable setup. You can't fault him, he stayed straight.
Another double 10 for the win. 128 points. That equates to Michael van Gerwen 7, Peter Wright 5. The only unbeaten man in the Premier League is beaten. There was an handshake, but it was late. They don't like each other, do they? Boom, he says. Van Gerwen stays top. Coming next, we have RVB versus Phil Taylor.